Hey Crafty friend, it's Justine. I hope you're doing so well. Today I'm going to be making some cards with the Feeling Festive card kit of the month from Spellbinders for October 2023. And there's so many little beautiful pieces that are part of this collection. If you're interested in knowing what's all in the kit, please go ahead and check out my unboxing video. I will have that on my channel when this video goes up. And you can see all of the goodies. There's a ton of little die cuts that I'm going to be using on this first card. And just regarding adhesive, I do use Barely Art liquid glue. I do have it in this little bottle here, but I have not been able to craft in like 3 days. It's been awful. But life's just been a little bit busy for me. I guess it's not been awful. I mean, it's terrible whenever I can't craft, but I spent the last few days very well. So I guess that is the good news of it all. But I definitely am so happy to be back in my craft room today and making some cards. And this card kit is all Christmassy and it is super playful. I love that they brought in the pink tones with the red and the green and some of this blue. So this first card, I just wanted to make kind of like a Christmas goodie explosion going on here. And it kind of reminds me of this one event that I used to go to when I was a kid, but it was a cookie swap at one of our friends' churches that was in the cities. So it was kind of fun to go ahead and make this card that has all these little goodies on it, at least plan it. Now that I'm assembling it, it is looking like I thought it would. So there's little coffee cups, candy canes, treats, and all these little pieces really do create a little sugar scene, if you will. There's a ton of these little peppermint pieces that are part of the kit, and they are perfect for little embellishments. The embellishment pack for this kit are these goodies, which are so fun and playful. I think I will need to make a shaker card with these at some point. I don't know if that will be today, but I especially love the little gingerbread people. I'm going to have them be a little bit playful and be kind of on top of things like they were playing and just having a good old time. I have a ton of Christmas videos on my channel, so if you're interested in seeing those, make sure you check out the Christmas card playlist that I have right now. I have card kits, glimmer, better press, all sorts of things. So if you're interested, make sure you see that. I am just loving the better press, and I'm so thrilled that now Spellbinders has a club for the better press, and I have been loving just pressing all of these things onto paper and using it for foiling as well. I was kind of nervous about trying it with foiling, and I really just kind of was a chicken, I guess, and didn't do it for a while. And then I thought, you know what? We're going to go ahead and try. Even if it fails, then I know. I went ahead and did it, and I love the results. So I did just post a video on my channel with the better press and foiling. So if you're interested in seeing those results, you can go ahead and check that out. These little candy canes are so adorable from this pack, and I think they make a perfect addition to this card. Now the last thing that this card needs is a good sentiment, and the sticker, the foam sticker packs are really good for small sentiments, and I think that we're going to do the one that says Festive Feels. To me that just kind of works. Or do I want to do the one that's a cursive? Let's do the one that says Always a Good Time, because if you have all these treats, you're going to be all sugared up, and then it will be a good time. I did mention that I have been busy for the last few days, and if you're wondering what I have been doing, first of all, I went to a really cute vineyard in, well, I guess it's kind of west of the metro area in the cities, and met some of the sister-in-laws and great aunt-in-laws and aunts-in-laws, and really just had a good time with my husband's female relatives. It was super fun. and we celebrated one of my sister-in-law's birthdays, and I was really inspired by all of the colors from the pumpkins and the grapes. I thought it was really pretty, and we had a great time catching up, which again, that's such a nice way to spend your day. And I almost didn't go because I have a ton of stuff I gotta get done for YouTube and all this other stuff, and I just had a moment. There's that saying that's, on your deathbed, are you going to wish that you worked another day of work, or you spend time with family? And I don't know, I'm probably butchering the quote, but I decided, I can figure out my work stuff later, and having time with family is precious, and we don't do it too often, so I just thought, let's do it. And it was so worth it. This card was super fun to design. I wanted to make a little scene for my little elves here and just kind of build it up. I'm having it go off of my main panel, but that's okay. And this elf that is swinging from an ornament I thought was so cute. So he's going to just swing way up there. And then I'm going to stick on some of these gifts and elf, and we'll be all set. A lot of times people ask, well, how do you design it all, and how do you make the best out of a card kit? I do have a few videos on my channel of how to use card kits. So if you're interested in some tips and tricks, it all starts with the unboxing, so go ahead and check out the video on my channel that is how to use a card kit. It should be in my card kit playlist. So there you have it. And of course I need to add a sentiment on this one. I think fun should definitely go on this one, and probably jolly good fun. This one looks good. This jolly good fun looks like a perfect sentiment for this. This is kind of a collage card. It's kind of a scene card. It's just kind of all of the above. Let's add a sticker to this little guy too. There we go. Card number 2, all finished. For this card, I wanted to kind of showcase the elves that are in the car. They're so cute. And I've decided that I was going to make an outside scene, and anytime I do that with pattern paper, I just kind of give myself the liberty to make the background with whatever patterned paper that I want. It does not have to be a traditional background with a blue sky or a snowbank or a road. This is white paper, and yes, it's full of flowers, but this is going to be the ground. And with a Christmas card, a white ground isn't too far-fetched. And my background is this pretty green paper with some foiling on it. And it just kind of reminds me of a night sky with those stars. So we're just going to call that our background. And then I'm going to pop my little elves on, and they're going to be carrying these giant gifts, which I thought was kind of fun to play around with the scale of that. I'm going to put the car on the left, and this is going to go in the back of the scene, even though they're kind of the main event. But I want to pop up my little sign here, and I thought all of the little sentiments that are on the sign are so cute, with Elf Village, Sleigh Parking, Santa's Grotto, Workshop, and Reindeer Crossing. That is just adorable. And of course, I'm going to use the foam squares that came in the card kit to give this a little bit of dimension, so it has some interest to the front too. The day after I went to the vineyard, I spent that day at a church event, which was super fun. I am pretty involved in our church and school, so that it definitely takes quite a lot of my time. And then that afternoon I spent making myself ready for the next week of school. It is still early in the school year, and oh my goodness, I am really feeling a transition from last year to this year. It is a little bit interesting. I have twice the students that I had last year, so that's been interesting to navigate and kind of manage learning and but I'm learning as I go, and I have a really amazing teacher assistant, and I have another helper that comes in on the days where my assistant can't be there. So I have just been really thankful for their support, and I've been just loving getting to know this new set of kids. They are super sweet and they are so smart. It just amazes me. And you know, there's always this huge difference from the end of the year, last year's kindergarten class, to my current class each year, because when they leave my classroom in May, they are practically first graders. They can read and they can do basically everything at school independently regarding their belongings, like sharpening their pencil, packing their backpack, putting on gear for outside play. The list goes on and on. I really just need to remind myself a little bit more at the beginning of each school year that the current kids that come in have no clue, because no one's ever taught them that, which is totally fine. But I always seem to forget that. So I've been just working on them with the routines and just trying to get some consistency and a little bit of a schedule for them down pat. But if anyone's a teacher out there listening to this, you know that sometimes there are things that you cannot plan for. So you just have to teach them to be consistent and learn the schedule, but also to be a little bit flexible, because sometimes there'll be a surprise fire drill in the middle of a math lesson, or a guest that's coming to the classroom just to observe, or like whatever it might be. It is consistently unpredictable in teaching, but that's kind of normal, so that's okay. For my die cuts, I do have a little bit of Glad press and seal that I'm just using to keep my sentiments, to keep my die cuts exactly where I want them. Pop some glue on, flip this over, and I can put all three of those pieces on quickly and not lose my placement. One thing I will say about the press and seal is that sometimes if there are some pieces like this star that have glimmering on them, foil, whatever that might be, but it will sometimes take that off, so heads up. But that press and seal I can reuse over and over, so I do like that I can use that. So let's see. For this one, what should I use for the sentiment? Santa and Mrs. Claus, looking so cute. I think I'll use this one that says Santa Claus, and also the perfect gift. We're gonna tie in some of that blue that we have going on here. Oh, that's so cute. And that really, it kind of tugs at my heartstrings a little bit, because at Christmas I always tell my husband I don't really want anything besides time together. That is totally my love language, and I'm not someone who says, don't get me anything, and then if he doesn't get me something, I'm not like, you didn't get me anything. No, I really mean it. Do not get me anything. Get me an afternoon or a weekend where it's literally just us. That is a perfect gift. And I really don't care what we do. It doesn't really matter at all. But time is my favorite gift. So the perfect gift, Santa Claus. My Santa Claus, my husband, is not really gray enough to be called Santa Claus yet, but he certainly has the beard, so who knows, one day. This apartment or little workshop die was one of my favorite things when I started doing the unboxing for this card kit. I got so excited and I thought I have to use both of them, because in the card kits you get 2 of every die cut. So I knew that I was going to use both, which I am. And then this Santa with the reindeer on the sleigh, I knew that I wanted to use that. So because I don't want my little elf here with the legs cut off to be gone, I'm going to cut it off. I didn't say that very clearly, because my sleigh is going to cover it up, I'm going to move it over to this side. Shocking. You can cut your own die cut pieces. I know it's not illegal. It feels weird, but you can do it. Like that. And then I'm going to take my Santa sleigh and kind of angle it so I don't cover up all of the elf there. And see, the other chimney's not even showing, so no biggie. Ta-da! That worked out really well. This time, this sign is going to go in the background of my card, so I'm just going to pop it there. And then my mailbox, again, is going to go in the background. It probably won't be seen all that much, but that's okay. I like that they had the mailbox open with a letter. I just thought that that looked just adorable. Like a little kid just popped their letter in and left the door open and knew to put the flag up, but left the door open. So I just thought that was pretty cute. And then I'm going to take some foam here using the long side and just cutting my own piece and chopping that in half and adding a little bit of foam to my elves. I kind of found out that, you know, you don't have to cover every inch of the die cut piece to have the dimension. I used to put it kind of everywhere, but this is plenty. So we're just not going to waste our stuff here and just go with it. How sweet is that? Okay, now for the sentiment, going back to these little stickies. I think I'm going to do the ho ho ho, and we're going to put that up by Santa, like he was saying ho ho ho. Perfect. And then for the rest of it, we'll do the one that says let's do festive feels. And we'll put that on the building right above the Christmas lights. Kind of right here. I just love this one elf that's inside the tree. I think that is so cute. Maybe it's wearing a tree costume. I don't know, but I think it's so sweet. There you have it. Now this one, again, I took creative liberty and made my background with the paper that has all the little elves on it, and then kind of cut a little snowbank with just some scissors, and having these ornaments in the back be my sky. And then I'm going to just pop on this little tree, little foursome over here. And then with my foam squares, I will pop up these elves that are in the sleigh. They look so just cheerful and happy. So I think that if someone got this card, I hope that it would make them smile. I feel so excited. Today is September 18th, and today my collection was finally sold out on the Spellbinders website, which means that it needs to get restocked, which is so exciting. And when it did get sold out, it was like I couldn't hardly believe it because it just felt unreal. I am so blown away at the receptive comments that I've gotten about the collection as a whole, the collection game day. I think that the best part about it is that people are excited to make things for their friends, family, and neighbors even. It's just so thrilling to see all of the happy comments about people using the collection to make someone's day. And that's so exciting. And really the whole point of the set was to make custom cards for your loved ones, and people are getting that, and people are doing just that. And it's making me so happy to know that my collection is going to help someone be able to spread joy and celebrate their family and friends by making them those custom cards. So it just, I don't know, I just am feeling really blessed recently. And even though it is such a transition time for me with taking on a little bit more in the card world and having a pretty big kindergarten class, it's just been an honor, to say the least. It's been an honor to be able to teach these amazing little kiddos, and it's been an honor to work with Spellbinders so much and create content that people actually like to watch. So thank you for being here, and thank you for subscribing if you are a subscriber. I really appreciate it, and I love interacting with all of you. I reply to every single comment on YouTube, so if you're gonna comment, know that I will see it. I take time to respond, and I just really feel blessed. These clear die cut pieces are kind of new to me for using from Spellbinders. I had not had any of these in a Spellbinders club kit since I think 2018 or 17, which was kind of interesting to see when I unboxed because it's not the norm. But that was kind of the fun part about it, that it was something new-ish or new to me from Spellbinders, so that was kind of neat. But they definitely add a lot of shine, which is super fun. And I'm kind of using this to build like a little wreath area. Speaking of building a wreath, have you seen the new releases for Spellbinders for October here? Suzanne from A Creative Muse, who is super fun. I love watching her videos. She was part of my video hop as well, but she is an amazing crafter, and she is releasing a collection with Spellbinders, the Build a Wreath, and it has all sorts of goodies for Halloween, Christmas, spring, fall, really any season that you're wanting. And then also you can use it to make just cards, birthday, anything like that. So I am just itching to go and start working with it. I haven't opened up everything yet because I've been trying to get my club stuff filmed for you all on YouTube, so it's ready for you on the 1st. But I really can't wait to start working with her stuff. I am really loving it. So there's that. I'm not sure if Suzanne watches my card kit videos, but if she is, hello, Suzanne. Now, does this one need a sentiment? I don't know. I feel like having the number 25 and having all of this paper here that has all the words here, I feel like that's enough, but why not add one? We have a ton of these sentiments. Let's do full of cheer. Now, if you're watching closely as I was just babbling away, I did just put the liquid glue behind the 25 on this clear acetate. If I were to put it kind of all over, it does dry clear, but I'm pretty sure that it would have some kind of a clear blob in the background, if you will. So just keep that in mind. All right, here's my last card. This one is super cute. I love the blue parts of it all, and I really loved this little Santa here. I called him my skinny Santa on my unboxing because his legs are skinny. It's all relative, I guess, but we're just gonna go with it. And oops, I have my snowflake that got stuck to my Santa. But the scene of it all is, again, kind of a collage-y one. And we're gonna have Santa and the snowman just kind of hanging out on the card. We're gonna go with that. And I'm gonna pray that that glue behind that snowflake here dries clear, like I just said before. And it's not too much of a blob, but only time will tell. So by the time I am done editing this video, I will have pretty pictures taken of these cards. So you should be able to see what it looks like afterwards. I'm just gonna put a little dot there. There were 3 of these circle snowflake acetate pieces, so I thought let's just put them all on this one card and have it be the snowflake card. I don't know if too many people really watch all of these card kit videos. I know that after the change of the card kits in January of this year, things were just kind of different with not having a stamp set and not having a die set, and the paper being a little bit different with the amount. But I do think that these card kits really do pack a punch, And so for those of you who watch all of the video, and for those of you who still are club people, those of you who are still interested in the card kit, I feel you, and you are my people, because these card kits are what really brought me to Spellbinders in the first place. And these card kits are what inspired me to start my YouTube channel. So just kind of getting the most out of the kits and using up all of these amazing little pieces. So you are my people. Anyway, I finished all 8 cards now, so I will show you all of the cards here. I'd love you to be on the lookout for a favorite, and let me know in the comments what is your favorite. Just clean these up. I didn't use too many of these this time, but like I said in the beginning, I think these are perfect for shaker cards. The candy canes and the circles and the stars are all foam, so they're not heavy, and I think that is really good for card kits, for shaker cards, to not have it be too bulky. But, and of course sequins are super light. So we have our blue Santa and Snowman, our Christmas bundle of wreath, our outside playful scene, our workshop / apartment. We're gonna call it the workshop. The green Mr. and Mrs. Claus. Elves in a car. Elves in the house. Causing a scene. And then we have this treats one. Which one is your favorite? Looking around. I don't know if I have a favorite this time. Looking around, I think it would have to be this one is my favorite, because again, it reminds me of that cookie swap I used to do when I was younger, and it does remind me of all the yummy goodies that are part of Christmas. But this one is a close second. So anyway, thank you so much for watching all the way to the end, and if you are a club person like me, let me know in the comments, and of course let me know in the comments your favorite. We'll see you next time. Bye bye.